Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips NFL preview show. It's Monday Night Football, Chicago, Philadelphia. We had a middling weekend. We went 3-2 yesterday, which takes to 3-3 for the weekend. Fairly strong opinion on Chicago and the Eagles tonight. The line is set Chicago -3 to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. The line would suggest that these teams are equal, and I have to be honest, that is not an assessment that I agree with. I think the Bears will win this game on their home field Monday night. I'm wearing a hat just, where my colours are nailed, which mast they're nailed to. I think the Bears are going to win comfortably. There are a few areas of concern for Chicago, but I do think they profile well for the obvious game plan. That game plan is to make rookie starting quarterback Carson Wentz for the Eagles win this game. The Bears need to set their stall out to stop the run. That would have been a massive issue last season, as the Bears' run defense was a mess. It was absolutely porous. You could run all day long on Chicago. But off-season additions, Danny Trevathan from Denver, Jarrell Freeman from Indianapolis, looked excellent in Week 1 when, despite racking up a lot of yardage, they did keep Lamar Miller to a fairly pedestrian yards per carry, and it was down to the volume of work he saw with 28 carries that he managed to get those yards. Miller is a more talented running back than the Ryan Matthews, Darren Sproles tandem in the Eagles backfield, and the upgrades that have been made make this an underrated front seven for the Chicago Bears. The secondary remains a concern, and Jordan Matthews is a solid receiver. He has the ability to cause Chicago some problems. That is if the rookie can get the ball to him. Chicago will need to generate some pass rush against an offensive line that is a solid unit to pressure the rookie quarterback, though the absence of tight end Zach Ertz will not help him move the football down the field, as the tight end is always the friend of the rookie quarterback. The Bears' offensive line will need to hold up. It looks solid in the middle against the Houston Texans, who boast a good boast a good defensive front. The tackles do have some work to do if this unit is going to get the job done regularly. That being said, judging them on one game against Houston that is probably one of the premier pass rushes in the league does seem a little bit unfair at this stage. Chicago cannot fall behind, or they are going to face the prospect of Connor Barwin bearing down on Jay Cutler in the backfield regularly. The outstanding Barwin is the other major concern for the Bears, who offensively will likely need an improved level from the pedestrian running back Jeremy Langford in the backfield against what does profile as a fairly poor Eagles run defense. As Bears fans are probably casting, myself included, casting an eye towards Matt Forte and his performance through 2 weeks in a Jets uniform. In Zach Miller at tight end, Alshon Jeffrey and the developing Kevin White at wide receiver, who does need to gain some consistency at this early stage of his career, Chicago do have weapons to trouble a subpar Philadelphia secondary that will be starting, in all likelihood, a rookie 7th round draft pick at corner with the injury to Leodis McKelvin. This is key because the Eagles don't tend to switch their cornerbacks around, and McKelvin would have been on the side that Alshon Jeffrey will be on the main receiver for Chicago. This is a rare occasion that we can say that with Cutler, the Bears have got the edge at quarterback for today's game, and if they do put the 7th round rookie on Alshon Jeffrey, it could end up being carnage. For Philadelphia to win, an awful lot needs to go right for them. Wentz needs to not make mistakes, but rookies often do. Nelson Aguilar will need to continue his performance level from Week 1, which was previously unseen in his NFL career. They need to rush defensively and get pressure. This is possible with Barwin and Fletcher Cox in their defensive front. That way they can drop 7, probably force Cutler into making some mistakes, and they must stop the run. That's also not far-fetched. I think the Bears will be able to move the football, which on its own is going to place some pressure onto Carson Wentz to step up. I think the Bears, as I said at the top of the show, will get the job done at home today on Monday Night Football in prime time. If they don't, they're probably looking at a season where they're going to find themselves on the clock very early in the 2017 draft. I'm going to place 5 points on the Chicago Bears, -3 points. Even money with Paddy Power. I'm going to 4 points on Alshon Jeffrey over 85.5 receiving yards at 10 to 11 with Sky Bet, because I think he can get to that mark, particularly against this Philly secondary, so long as the line gives Cutler time to find him. And I'm going to put 2 points on Chicago to win the game by between 7 and 12 points at 5 to 1 with William Hills as well. I do fancy Chicago strongly. That's what I've got in the NFL today. Let me know what you think is going to happen in tonight's game in the comments. I will be up watching the game in the middle of the night here in the United Kingdom. So feel free to hit me up on Twitter at dansports.tips during the games if you want. Please do smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be here all season long with regular NFL content every week, and I will see you later.